You know what we're missing now in our lifetime in 2020? And this is really where everything has gone straight to hell. We don't have grandmothers anymore. We have nanas and mimis and nook nook and big mamas, and we don't have grandma. We don't have the lady that we call grandma, right? Grandmother, she's gone. And the problem is nobody wants to get old. Nobody wants to be wise. Nobody wants to be old. Everybody, they don't want to be wise. They don't want to know nothing. Everybody just wants to say what's cool. But where's your wisdom? Where's your wisdom come from? Where does the wisdom, where are the wise ones? Like, on a daily basis, I hear a lot of dumb shit, like low vibrational shit. We've got to elevate higher. We just have to. What I miss about grandmas that they ain't ask for permission. They didn't, it was none of this. Can I talk to you for a second? No. Before you know it, they was finna throw it all on you, okay? And you can go sit back and sort that out later. And the later might be years, but be like, oh, that's what she meant. My grandma told me a story a long time ago. I had went to visit her in Chicago, and she owned a laundromat, right? So she sent me to the laundromat to wash my clothes. Well, I had never washed my clothes in my life. My mama always washed my clothes. And this was her laundromat, right? So I go in there. She sends me down there by myself. So there, at that time, they used to have attendants, like people working in the laundromat. So I go in, I pile my little clothes up in the washing machine, and it doesn't work. So I told the attendant, I was like, oh, this washing machine isn't working. And she was like, it's broken. So I'm like, this is a shame. Like, and I felt like since my grandmother owned this laundromat, it was my duty to check this lady and let her know that if this washing machine was out of order, that she should have a sign on it. And I said, well, you should probably put a sign on it, you think? Is what I said, right? Well, she came over. She helped me get my things out the washing machine. She helped me get my stuff in a washing machine that actually worked. A little while later, my grandma came, and my grandma was like, did you meet my granddaughter? And she said, who's your granddaughter? And my grandmother pointed at me, and she was like, I knew that thing was related to somebody. She called me a thing. So when we were leaving, my grandmother said to me, you have a cousin that is ugly as homemade sin. And she said, but she makes up for it because she's beautiful on the inside. And she said, if you are ugly on the inside, you are ugly on the outside. And I never, ever, ever forgot that. I never, ever, ever forgot that. And that's how I've tried to live my life. I try to be kind to people. I try to be nice to people, even if people aren't kind and nice to me. Now, where I think we get life and BS twisted is that we confuse kindness and realism. Some things just need to be said. And if they're said, that doesn't mean that somebody's being mean. That just means it needs to be said. And kindness doesn't mean that you can take advantage of somebody just because they're being kind. So that was just something that I wanted to share. If you're ugly on the outside, you ugly on the inside. And I know a lot of people that's ugly. Just ugly. Peace.